Leanne Battersby, Jane Danson, is about to take revenge to a whole new level in Coronation Street as her feelings of betrayal intensify, and her plot to make Toya Battersby, Georgia Taylor, and Nick Tilsley, Ben Price, pay for their affair threatens to spiral out of control. Rather than simply confronting them or seeking some small measure of justice, Leanne embarks on a scheme that could have catastrophic consequences, including the very real possibility of her sister and partner being sent to prison. The drama begins when Nick returns from a holiday, only to be confronted by Leanne with news of a serious problem at the bistro. Leanne reveals that the accounts at the restaurant don't add up, and she suspects something is amiss. It doesn't take long for Nick to realize that a company called TLH Holdings has been receiving payments from the bistro. While the situation seems puzzling, the stakes are raised when Toya arrives for her shift, only to be greeted with a shocking turn of events. As Toya enters the bistro, ready to start her day, she is greeted not by Nick, but by Kit, Jacob Roberts, who places her under arrest on suspicion of theft and fraud by abuse of trust. This shocking moment sets the stage for Leanne's increasingly malicious actions. As Leanne's jealousy and resentment towards Toya and Nick continue to fester, she finds herself taking matters into her own hands. After sneaking a look inside Nick's briefcase, Leanne is furious to find a wrapped Christmas present for Toya. The gift is the final straw for Leanne, who feels completely betrayed by both her partner and her sister. Overcome with anger and jealousy, Leanne's emotions begin to cloud her judgment, and she decides to escalate her revenge. Fueled by her desire to make Nick and Toya suffer, Leanne heads to the police station, where she plants the seeds of suspicion. She presents Craig, Colson Smith, with a pile of presents that Nick has bought for Toya, insinuating that they are in on the scheme together. By framing her sister and partner as the culprits of a larger plot, Leanne aims to make it impossible for them to prove their innocence. Her manipulative behavior and increasing desperation make her a force to be reckoned with, as she tries to make it seem as though Toya and Nick are working together to cover up their crimes. The plot thickens further when the day of Gail, Helen Worth, and Jesse's, John Thompson, wedding arrives, and the bistro is filled with guests preparing for the celebration. Just as the festivities are about to begin, the police make a dramatic entrance. Their arrival is just as shocking as it is unwelcome, as they have come to question Nick and Toya about the fraud allegations surrounding TLH Holdings. Leanne's scheme has worked, and now Toya and Nick find themselves in the middle of a criminal investigation that could lead to far-reaching consequences. As the pressure mounts, Nick begins to realize the extent of Leanne's involvement in the situation. Desperate to clear his name and Toya's, Nick turns to his trusted friends Adam, Sam Robertson, and Alia, Serkan, for help. They advise him to dig deeper if he wants to uncover the truth about what's really happening. Nick's investigation takes an unexpected turn when Amy, Ella Mulvaney, accuses him of sending flirty texts during his holiday. In an effort to clear his name, Nick reviews the CCTV footage and makes a shocking discovery. Leanne has been using 2 phones, and it's clear she has been orchestrating the entire situation behind the scenes. Realizing that Leanne may have set him up, Nick's world begins to crumble. As the evidence mounts, Toya learns from DD, Chanique Sterling Brown, that Leanne could face a custodial sentence if the fraud allegations are proven true. The prospect of her sister being sent to prison is devastating for Toya, who is now caught in a battle between supporting her sister and protecting her relationship with Nick. In an emotional confrontation, Toya seeks out Nick and begs him to drop the charges. She pleads with him to consider their relationship and the consequences of sending Leanne to prison. But Nick, torn between his love for Toya and his anger towards Leanne, is faced with an impossible decision. Will he seek justice for the betrayal he feels, or will he allow his sister's actions to go unpunished for the sake of family? As Leanne's scheme unfolds, the question remains, could she end up facing prison for her actions? The drama is far from over, and the coming weeks will reveal whether Leanne's thirst for revenge will ultimately destroy her family and relationships. What started as a simple act of betrayal has now spiraled into a full-blown crisis, with lives hanging in the balance. Nick and Toya's future together is uncertain, and Leanne's plot may just be the beginning of a much darker chapter for the Battersby family.